We are not able to know everything that happens in the district and communities of Papillion and La Vista. That's why we need you to make us aware of any interesting happenings worthy for a news story. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description to do so. Thank you.
Hello there, I'm Meredith Kohler.
And I'm Peyton Hylock.
And welcome to the second episode of the PLV Media Show.
Today we have a broad selection of stories, including climate change in school, Pete Goodman, construction at Monarchs, unified bowling,
And a package about a volleyball family. All of this in
the PLV Media Show.
First, we have a story about climate change.
But not necessarily the one you were thinking of.
My name is Austin Terrell.
And I'm Caden Ackles.
And we're here with PLV Media reporting on the varying and sometimes extreme temperatures throughout many high school classrooms. The 300 wing in Papillion Vista High School has been a commonplace of varying climates. Mr. Joe Pilikowski of room 302 explains how he's adapted to the unusual temperatures.
One week I walked in and it was freezing cold in my room, and I was putting on a jacket, multiple jackets, and then I can remember later on that week that it flipped the other way and it was hotter than hot. And I know that I've got my fan over there in the back, so there's been times where I've had the fan on, and then I've got a little portable heater that we've had kids huddle up to at times when it's got really, really cold in here.
Mr. Klein, the building principal at Papillion Vista High School, explains what he's been doing to help regulate classroom temperatures this year.
Being an air conditioning gentleman, his name is John Lloyd. So if a teacher sends me an email, I contact him with the room number, he checks it out, he pulls it up on the computer system to see what the temp is. And often I'll go down to the classroom to get a good sense for what the temperature is.
Mr. Spilker, the head principal of Papillion Vista South, explains how they've handled the varying temperatures so far this school year.
We have a very responsive maintenance staff who, when we let them know that there's a concern and that there's a temperature issue, they respond as quickly as they possibly can.
This has been Caden Ackles
And Austin Terrell.
at PLV Media.
It'll be interesting to see how both high schools continue to regulate temperatures in the classrooms as we enter the winter months.
I think we all could relate to that last story.
Up next, we have a package to remember former Mayor of Papillion, Pete Goodman.
I'm Mikey Nagel with Nicholas Olson here at the City of Papillion Municipal Building to reflect upon the recent passing of former Papillion Mayor Pete Goodman. Pete Goodman was mayor of Papillion from 1990 to 1998. He sadly passed away on October 9th. Councilman Tom Mumgard and Councilwoman Luann Klug helped us remember Pete Goodman by recounting their experiences with him.
When I first met him and I got appointed to the city council, I'd only been here about a year and a half. I subsequently came to understand that at that time period, when it was early 94, 93, 94 and on, Papillion then was starting to experience the growth that we've been seeing now in the 20 some odd years.
He was the one who started to lay the foundation for we are not just a sleepy rural town, but rather that we were going to start stepping forward and we were going to be a place. We were someplace beyond a bedroom community.
Because he was not one of the longtime power brokers, he was more open to new ideas.
So I think he would like to be remembered as very friendly, very personable, and also having a view for the future.
For PLV Media, this has been Mikey Nagel and Nicholas Olson.
It sounds like he truly made an impact on our community.
Next, we have an update on the construction at Monarchs.
Hi, I'm Kylie Fagan.
And I'm Reese Velasquez with PLV Media.
And today, we will be looking on the future construction at Monarchs High School.
Yes, it'll look exactly the same. There'll be somewhat some differences, but overall pretty similar. 20 classrooms, lots of space to do the woods, the technology into things, the drafting. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I think when kids come back next school year, they're going to be like, wow, my gosh, this is awesome. So it's going to be really cool.
We asked Mr. Blevins on how the construction might have affected his teaching and his student work.
No, other than some things that we saved from last summer, they came into my room and they added extra beams to hold the weight on the roof, and some of the kids' work from last year did get destroyed when they were welding in here, so we were able to save most of it, but but some of it did get burnt.
We also asked Mr. Jansen about the changes to the STEM Academy.
Yeah, for sure. The spaces that we're going to get over here are going to be state of the art. I went over to South just yesterday and visited what their space looks like. Ours is going to be a little bit different arrangement. Our building construction lab is going to be very huge, and the ceilings are going to be at least 18 feet tall and on the short end, 25 feet on the high end. So it's going to be a large area so we can build bigger items in there. Our building construction 2 class that we're going to eventually end up getting, we're actually going to create sheds and sell them out into society, I guess you could say, or the community. So that's going to be a nice thing that we can do there, hopefully.
This was Reese Velasquez.
And Kylie Fagan with PLV Media.
Thank you for tuning into construction at Titans and Monarchs.
We can't wait to see it when it's finished. Up next, 2 at South.
2 at Monarchs.
And they all play volleyball? We just gotta hear about this.
My name is Michael Wu, and I am here with PLV Media reporting to you about a certain family in our district of volleyball.
Brecken Moore plays on the Papillion La Vista South varsity volleyball team. Her cousin Kinley also plays on the team with her. Kinley's 2 cousins, Anna and Nora Sis, play on the Papillion La Vista volleyball team. Anna and Nora Sis are not related to Brecken Moore, except for having Kinley in the middle. It is uncommon to see multiple athletes in the same family playing at different schools and competing against each other. These athletes all have a unique talent and a passion for volleyball, and we are going to take a look at what got them started.
I got into volleyball when I was younger, like around 9, because my sister was playing, and so I'd always be watching her, and I was in the gym with her, so it made me want to play. I got into volleyball when I was in 3rd grade. I tried it at Premier, and my sister had always played, so I was always in the gym watching her, and I just wanted to do it also.
I grew up playing soccer as my main sport, but watching Nora over the years made me want to play too.
My mom played college volleyball. She played at Kansas University. I started playing when I was about 8 years old, and I started playing club when I was 11.
All of these players have common interest in volleyball. They all have a mutual respect when it comes to volleyball.
I would say it's more about the team because our schools are such big rivals, and obviously you never want to lose to the other. But like at our games when we play each other, like our grandparents will come, and so it's just super fun that all of our family is there.
Kinley was a little bit more on the court last year at that time, so she impacted the team with her presence on the court. And Brecken is as well. She's a very positive kid.
Anna strives, to be the best that she can, and she's a heck of a player for us as well. And Anna pushes herself because there is that friendly competition between them, and Anna doesn't want to be outdone. She's a competitor.
Now you know the hidden story behind some of the volleyball competitors in our district.
Well, that's gonna have to do it for today's show.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel to stay tuned for the next episode of the PLV Media Show. And while you're here, be sure to check out last week's episode.
Or subscribe to make sure you never miss anything that PLV Media puts out.